Hello, how are you doing today? So welcome back to this episode 5 of the PhD series, PhD Abroad series. Today we'll be talking about how to get a scholarship for PhD or how to get fully funded PhD. This also applies to you if you are going for research-based masters or the fast-track PhD, where you start with a master's program and then you switch few months into the program. So you're welcome. My name is Dr. Linda Iheme. I'm an educational consultant, and I will be explaining this in a way that you will understand today. So okay. So before I go into telling you the core idea of being able to secure scholarship for your PhD of your research-based master's, I want to talk to you about the different types of PhD, the different types of funding that we have for PhD program or research-based program. So we're talking about 3 types. So there's RA. RA means research assistantship, okay? So RA means research assistantship, which means you are working with a professor, you're assisting them with their research, and in turn, they're giving you money for your education. Okay, that's what research assistantship means. And many PhD funding comes in form of research assistantship because you work with a professor. Okay, so there is another type of funding for PhD program, which we call TA. TA means teaching assistantship, okay? Just like, let's borrow the explanation from research assistantship a little bit. So teaching assistantship means that you are going to be teaching or assisting a professor who is teaching other students in the school, most likely undergraduate students, and in turn what's going to happen, they are going to pay you for performing those teaching assistant roles. So sometimes a lot of schools can give you teaching assistantship position as a way for you to fund your PhD program. So right now we've talked about research assistantship and teaching assistantship. There is another one. So this one most times it is usually in form of external funding to the school, meaning it's not given by the school. The first two I called, most times it's given by your school, your department, your supervisor and stuff. So that is like grants, right? Grants, which is like pure scholarship, meaning you're giving that money. It is not expected of you to teach or to do research in exchange for the money. What they just expect from you is to focus and read your book, okay? So that is grants, or we still call it scholarship for PhD program. So if you are looking at doing PhD, know that these are the 3 major sources of funds that you're going to access. Of course, there are other scholarships, right? Like you can get scholarship from your workplace, you can get scholarship from your church or from your organization, from your company. I've seen people who are doing programs and they are sponsored by their company, especially those who are working with like ministries in their various companies or countries. Sometimes they get scholarship from them, right? So those are all ways that you can go out get scholarship for your PhD. Okay, so the question is, what is the core idea on how to secure scholarship? What's the core idea? And this is a very fatal mistake that a lot of students make from time to time. That's why I want you to ingrain it into your head, so that if there's nothing you take away from this particular video today, it will be that, oh, I have to do this. You must find that, let's say if you're applying for PhD, you must sort out funding before you do your application. You must sort out funding. How? Let's start from the very minor ones. Let's say your church is giving you a scholarship or your workplace is giving you scholarship. You must be sure that you have those scholarships before you go ahead to apply. Because it's insane to go ahead and apply and then later you go back to your workplace and say, please, can you give me scholarships to go and do this program that I applied for? They'll be like, well, we don't know what you're talking about, right? Same thing goes for the schools. A lot of time I see people, they'll be like, let's apply first and get the admission. Let's apply first and get the admission. Then we can talk about funding. Mistake. Don't do that. Don't do that. If you're applying to any school and you're banking on the school to give you funding, it must be arranged ahead of time. How? It's either you are talking to the school or it is boldly written on the school website that, yes, so if once you get this admission, we are giving you money. If you're not seeing that, don't think that, oh, when I finish getting the admission, later I'm going to talk to them about funding. That means you're not serious. That means you're not ready to get your scholarship. So you must arrange for your scholarship before you go ahead to apply. And this is important. Why? If you just want to apply to all these schools without arranging funding, you can spend thousands and thousands of dollars doing that. That alone is your first semester school fees. Don't you think so? It's your first semester school fees. So don't do that, because if you apply to a school, you're going to pay them for application fee, right? You're going to stress out. You're going to write all the letters, all the documents, references and all that. Why do you want to do that when you are sure that without scholarship you cannot resume, and yet you have not arranged the scholarship? So you must arrange scholarship ahead of time. So there was a time I had a taste of this, and that thing drew my ears like this. I said, oh, I'm never gonna try this again. So it was in 2011. In 2011, I was selected for SUSI. SUSI is Study of United States Institute for Student Leaders. Okay. This if you know YALI is a Young African Leaders Initiative. If you know YALI, SUSI existed before YALI. SUSI was like the in thing before YALI came, when Obama took over, right? So in 2011, I was shortlisted for this program, and I was going to go. It was all expenses paid. I was going to go to US. I actually went to University of Connecticut in US, where I learned how to do social entrepreneurship. So the program was on social entrepreneurship at University of Connecticut, US. Oh, it was a sweet experience. But there was something that happened while we were preparing for that program. So it so happened that I wanted to be able to visit my relative that stays in the US when I go to the US then. But I didn't want to tell the person that was arranging the flights. You know what? I was scared that, hey, how are you going to feel? They will say, so we're sending you to US and you want to go and visit somebody. You know, that kind of stuff. So I was like, what's going to happen? Let me first allow them to first give me my flights itinerary and everything for the program. When I now get it, I will now go back and talk to them that, please, I want to visit. Can you add that one, so that if anything happens, I'll be on the safer side, right? Guess what? So I did. I allowed them to give me my itinerary. By the time they gave it to me, then I called the lady. I said, please, I have relatives, I want to visit them when I go to US. She said, why didn't you tell me before time? Why didn't you tell me? And she was rightly mad at me that I didn't tell her. Because, come to think about it now, right? Come to think about it now. She bought that flight ticket, right? That means that she has gone there. She has put, you're coming back so day. You're going so day. I think the major reason was that I wanted them to extend my return, so that it will give me opportunity to visit my people, my relative, before I return back to my country. But that was a huge mistake. I should have told them earlier. When they know that it's one of two things. They will either say no, or they will either say yes, right? And when they say no, it means that even if I had asked them 20 years from now, they will have said no. And if they say yes, blessed is me, right? So when it comes to scholarship directly now, I've seen some people, what do you think they do? They'll be like, okay, let's just collect the admission first. When they collect the admission, then they come back to the school. They come back to the school and say, please, can you give us scholarship? The school will say no, because when the school is giving you admission, they've selected the students that are going to get the scholarship. They've looked at how much scholarship they have. They've shared it to students, right? And they say, these students say they can resume without scholarship. Therefore, we give them admission without scholarship. Then when you return and you're asking, what you're actually saying without knowing is that you're saying, graduate coordinator, go back, call back all the admission committee. Let them sit and decide that they are going to give me scholarship. That's what you're saying, which does not make sense, right? So it's better for you to be upfront with your scholarship request from any school. One, if you see it on their website, then it's true, right? But if you don't see it on their website, feel free to reach out to the school and say, hey, I'm looking for a scholarship. If I apply for this program, will I be getting it? And they can say yes or they can say no. And except you know that you have the money to fund your education, then why are we even having this video then? So just go ahead and fund your education. So the whole point I want you to know is that there are different types of scholarship: research assistantship, teaching assistantship, or pure grants, where you don't have to return the money. Even the others, you don't have to return the money, but where you don't have to work to earn that money. Okay? And the core idea about scholarship is that you must arrange it ahead of time. You must be sure where this scholarship is coming from before you go ahead to apply. You must be sure. If you are not sure, make sure you are sure before you go ahead to apply. If not, the money you spend on your application fee is a waste as well. Well, do you really want to waste your money? Now, the most important thing is what? You must take action. Some people, they feel like, there's this school with scholarship, I don't know if they will give me. And for years, they've been moving from one website to another, saying, I don't know if they will give me, I don't know if they will give me. So they never go ahead to apply to any school. Even if you think that school is the best school in the world, e.g., Oxford University, Cambridge University, Harvard University, and as the name goes, right, John Hopkins. In any school, even if you think that that school is the best school in the world, you don't know if they are going to take you until you submit your application and it returns back saying we did not take you, before you are sure. Or it can return and say, what, we took you. So no matter what you are doing, without taking action, without reaching out to the school, because action doesn't necessarily mean applying as well. That's not the only thing action means. Action means get started. Action means what? Get started. Get started. Because if you have not gotten back, if you have not applied, if you have not spoken to the school, how can you sit on your couch in your house and know what is going on? How? You're not going to know. Everything you're doing is just guesses. You're guessing. And that guessing is not going to give you the result that you want. So in everything, I want you to take action. Because let me even tell you, somebody who is busy using 5 years to do school search, versus somebody who did school search 1 year and applied. The person who did 1 year and applied is better off. Even if they went to apply to the wrong school, they are better off, because now when the admission comes and is not approved, at least they have learned what it means not to get admission, or what they can do better to be able to get the admission. But if you are the kind of person that for 10 years you've been searching, for 3 years you've been searching, you're not taking any action, sorry, you're not wasting your time and every other person's time. That's not the best way to live life. So of all things, you must take action. If it's a scholarship, don't stay there wondering, are they going to give me or not? Instead, what? Apply. Let them tell you we are giving you or we are not giving you. That way you can move ahead. Okay? So, I hope you've enjoyed my video today. Okay, I'm going to go now. This is episode 5 of the PhD Abroad series. In case you have missed episode 1, 2, 3, and 4, please look for them on the same platform that you saw this one, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, or what, YouTube, at Dr. Linda Heme TV. Make sure that you watch the other series so that you really understand where this whole conversation started and how we are ending it on this note, right? So, and wishing you the very best if you're applying for PhD. Wishing you the very best, or you're applying for research-based masters. You can do this. Get started. I can't shout it. Oh, okay, should I shout? Oh, I need to shout so that you can hear me. It's like you're not hearing me. Get started. If you don't start, nothing is going to change. If you don't start, nothing is going to change. So take action now.